Herman grew up in Herman Mashaba, the village called Ramoti. He's from a family of 6, 2 brothers and 4 sisters. It was quite really a rough life. They had to steal water, they had to steal wood, just to survive. My name is Herman Mashaba. I am married to Herman Mashaba. We've been married for 34 years now. So I met Herman. It was his second year at varsity. Strong as he is, he couldn't just take what was happening in the country at the time. And when the studies were cut, he wanted to go fight for his country. But I was there in the picture, and eventually he decided that he will stay. When he left school, his brother-in-law recruited him to his work at Spa. And he worked there for, I think, about 9 months. He then went to work for Motani. And I think that's when he realized that he can be on his own, because he worked for them for about 18 months. You know, from an early age in our lives, he wanted to be very, very independent, to make sure that he doesn't depend on anyone, you know, but himself. And that's what he did. And then from there, we got married, and then we bought a car. Its purpose really was to bring in the income.
Mr. Mashaba came to see me in 1983.
We were looking for money. Someone introduced them to Mr. Dube.
I used to import Soft-and-Free and Star Soft for hair product from Atlanta, Georgia. When Herman came to see me, he said, look, you've got an idea about the hair product. We are selling the hair product.
But I think as a businessman who had an idea of importing hair products, knew that this concept was a good concept. And that's when he said, yes, guys, I will back you. And the loan that he lent to Black Like Me was about 30,000 rand.
And I came up with the name. I said the name Black Like Me,
which was very powerful, evocative, and we thought it would really attract. When we started on the 14th of February 1985, it was during that time when there was unrest. There was state of emergency one after another.
We placed orders and we bought and paid for 5,000 plastic bottles, beautifully printed and developed with this absolutely smashing Black Like Me logo. Connie and the helper was filling our products into beautiful little boxes, and Joe and Herman loaded this into their cars. They left about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, very enthusiastic. And I think it was about 3 o'clock when first Herman pulled into the yard of our factory, jumped out terribly excited. Johan, I'm sold out. I couldn't believe my eyes. A few minutes later, Joe arrived. Johan, I'm sold out. They sold the products at a good price. They came in with hard cash. Within a year, it was so good that we made, which was quite a lot of money at the time, 900,000 rand, you know, the first year. It was 5 o'clock in the morning, 17th of November 1993, when we were called, the factory is on fire. I remember a lot of staff, you know, really crying because they didn't know where they were going to go. They thought it was the end of Black Like Me and the end of their jobs. And Herman said to them, you know what? This is the test of life. And I'm going to be very strong. I'm going to look for another premises. Within 2 weeks, we managed to get our premises in Midrand. What we did, we made sure that every staff member coming from Harankua, coming from Herman Mashaba, none of them lost their jobs. But we still did it, regardless of all those challenges that were there.
He's moved on beyond race, and I think he did that long, long ago. I think it's almost the opposite of BEE with him. He was interested in getting the right people as partners, the right people with whom to work.
Whether I'm in or I'm not in BE, it will continue. So that's when he decided, you know what, let me rather form Les Weekend.
Our main intention was to, at the time, was to start off with mining.
You know, as a BEE vehicle where he can come in and really invest in different companies.
We moved quite quickly to establish different businesses.
He commits to what he believes in.
Within a short time, a couple of years, we were involved from mining to construction to property.
But also he's very big in terms of giving back to the community. He was a patron of Field Band Foundation, teaching the kids life skills through music. He also got involved with women artists. 10 years later, we were already investing about 300,000 in this Black Like Us artist. Some of the artists are already exhibiting in New York, in Australia. The latest one is Free Market Foundation.
Herman's involvement with the Free Market Foundation started when he literally invited me to lunch and said, what do we do to save South Africa? We're in a crisis.
He's very passionate about it.
He's very happy for us to get out there and fight the fight for street vendors or the unemployed or the small businesses.
I would classify him as a red character.
Energetic, passionate, enthusiastic.
He wants to get up and go.
But in addition to that, he has principles and values which are important.
He mentions this all the time, that if you have integrity, people will trust you. People will give you jobs. People will want to work with you. And you have one reputation in life.